Okay, well, since I really can't ice skate into school, I guess we'll ice skate our way into our spiral review from yesterday. So you should have done this yesterday and need to pull out your work from yesterday, watch the video, correct answers as needed, and remember to bring this paper back to school. All right, here we go. So remember, this was yesterday's spiral review, the 10th. All right. So remember, you have to divide into two columns your hours and minutes. And once again, I'm going to remind you, you have to do this on the quiz because it's worth a point. So I'm going to take my start time and put it where it belongs. I have 5 hours, and then I've got just 2 minutes past the 5th hour. And then I've got 65 minutes of elapsed time. This is how much time is passing. When I add that up, I've got 67 minutes. And remember, 60 minutes equals 1 hour. Okay, so I got to take away 60 minutes because I cannot be 60 or more over there. They don't make clocks like that, do they? I come over here and I've got to convert those 60 minutes to an hour. I now have 6 hours and 7 minutes. So 6 hours, 7 minutes. So it's 6:07 a.m. Okay, let's do this one. So we're going to take our hour here, 28 minutes here. I'm going to add on that elapsed time. Ooh, I get exactly 60. Now I know 60 minutes is 1 hour, so I'm actually going to have to take all of that, bring it up here, and add it to an hour. So now I have 2 hours and 0 minutes. So guess what, folks? That is 2 o'clock p.m. That's the start of our recess time. All right, let's move on. All right, so here, remember that we have to rewrite our problem vertically. Sorry about that funky 8. My stylus keeps skipping on my iPad. This is kind of hard to do from home. It's a whole lot easier at school with my smart board. But with the weather, I wasn't about to go into school. Not safe. Okay, I'm going to take what I know, 83,416, and I'm going to take away 17,700 because I know both of those. 6 minus 0 is 6, 1 minus 0 is 1. I can't do 4 minus 7. Borrow from my thousands, that becomes a 2. 14 minus 7 is 7. I can't do 2 minus 7, so I borrow from my 10,000s. It becomes a 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. 7 minus 1 is 6. That missing number, n, is 5. So n equals 5. And remember, you got to write this down. Okay. Now we're going to do multiplication. We can solve with area models or an algorithm. And we're pretty split in our class how each person is doing this. Some of you, actually quite a few of you, are still using area models on this. And then I have some of you that are using the algorithm. And again, it's your choice what works best for you. Okay, 9 times 1 is 9, and then 3 zeros, so 9,000. 9 times 5 is 45 with 2 zeros. So that's not right. What did I do? I got 3 zeros here. That's right. I'm sorry. I had a brain cramp there. 9 times 5 is 45 and 2 zeros, 4,500. 9 times 4 is 36 and 1 zero. 9 times 2 is 18. Now I need to take all of these and I need to stack them on top of each other and add. I have 8, 7, 8, 13. So 13,878. Okay, let's solve this using the algorithm. 1,542 times 9. All right. Wrote the problem right, double checked myself. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. I'm going to carry that 1. 9 times 4 is 36 plus 1 is 37. Carry my 3. 9 times 5 is 45 plus 3 is 48. I'm going to carry that 4. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 4 is 13, and I get 13,878. And look at that, they match. So I know I must have done it correctly. Okay, let's take a look at, it's mystery word time. Okay, remember, I'm going to put some little mystery words in all of these videos. You need to write them down, and when we come back to school on Tuesday, you're going to tell me what sentence those mystery words make. Okay, so today's mystery word, are you ready? Drum roll, please. Is makes. M-A-K-E-S. Kind of a strange word, isn't it? But write it down. Remember, if you have them all, you'll get a prize. All right, here we go. We have 369 divided by 9. We can use area model or partial quotients. I'm going to start with partial quotients because that's what most of you do. I'm going to look at this 36 right here. And you know what? That makes me think that 9 times 4 is 36. So if I went 9 times 40, I get 360. And boy, that's pretty close, isn't it? And I did it times 40. I'm going to subtract, and I get 9. Well, I know 9 times 1 equals 9. Nothing left over. Add this all up, and I get 41. Woohoo! Okay, we're going to write this over here so we don't forget that's what we got on our partial quotients. Now, I'm going to have to erase to make room for my area model. Just not enough room on the screen. Okay, so we have 9. We have 369. Okay, if I'm looking at 9 times 4, I get 36. 9 times 40 is 360. That is way too much. So you know what? I'm going to go 9 times 30 here. 9 times 3 is 27 with 1 0. Subtract it. That's 2. Borrow 9, 10. Oh, 0. Nope, 10 minus... Wait a minute, I just made a whole hot mess of this. Let me use different color ink. Okay, 9 times 3 is 270. Subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. Can't do 0 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is 3. So I have 30 left over. I've got to bring it up and add it to my 60. I now have 90. Well, I know that 9 times 10 is 90. I'm going to subtract. I have 0. Bring my 0 up, add it to my 9, equals 9. Well, I know that 9 times 1 is 9. Subtract, and I get 0. Now I'll just add them up. 30 plus 10 plus 1 equals 41. And look at that, they match. However works for you, and remember the numbers that you use through here might be a little bit different, and that's okay. We all get to that same final quotient. Okay, what's a point? Well, a point is an exact location, and remember we always label it with a letter. A line, it goes on in both directions forever and ever and does not stop. A ray has a definite starting point, and it goes on forever in the opposite direction. And a line segment has a definite starting point and an ending point. Okay, now you have to explain what is the difference between a line. Okay, so the difference between a line segment and a line. A line goes on both ways in both directions, and it never stops. It does not have any ending points or starting points. A line segment has a definite ending point and a starting point. Okay, so make sure that you have been writing this definition in your math journal. By writing it, or not definition, but this answer, helps you to learn it. So you're going to have to make sure that you know this information. When you take a quiz, you'll have to type it out yourself. Okay, let's move on to our final slide. This is where we have to solve for n, and we are going to find fractions that equal 1/2. Well, we know that our denominator is twice what our numerator is. Okay, so if my denominator here is a 10, and the n has to be half of 10, because 10 should be twice as much as 10, as n. 10n, gosh, they rhyme. So I know that half of 10 is 5. So in this problem, n equals 5. Now if I come over here, I've got my numerator. And if my denominator is twice as much as my numerator, then all I have to do is double this. And if I double 50, I get 100. So on this problem, n equals 100. So remember, if you don't know the numerator, you have to cut the denominator in half. If you don't know the denominator, you have to double that numerator. All right, folks, that's it for today. Tomorrow is another e-learning day. This one is already planned, and so is Monday. That has nothing to do with the weather. At 10 a.m., I will answer any questions. I'll be just kind of hanging out on the Google Meet. If nobody shows up, nobody shows up. But you don't have to. But if you have something you need me to help you with, I will be there. And then I'll see you again in person on Tuesday. Have a great day.